Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hi, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Well, here we go. We made it to Friday, and we got the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest going on tomorrow. Pretty excited here in just a little bit. You guys get to try the BDIPA.
It's here, Kevin. It's in the lobby.
I know.
I just ran into the BDIPA.
Yeah,
it's there.
There's a real buzz in the office right now. Everyone seems to be talking about it.
Yeah, there's going to be a buzz in the studio in a second here. Keep drinking that Shiner.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Are you starting early? I like the spirit.
Yeah.
Let's prime this baby.
He's got some gumption.
There are some people, there's some talk. I have a problem. I get that. Send those emails to Kevin.
You'll never hear me say that.
I'm in such good company.
Yeah.
You are the two best. You all taught me how to day drink. When I first met you guys, every time we'd have a meeting, we're out at a bar at 11 o'clock getting fucking toasty.
Yeah.
Yes, you're welcome.
Taught him well.
You do like day drinking better, though, don't you?
I do. I don't really night drink, actually.
I think I like it better.
I do it all.
It's weird, yeah. Well, Virginia, she's creature of the night as well. Yeah, no, I pretty much, it's rare. In fact, if you ever see me with an alcoholic drink in my hand and it's dark out, things are probably not going well for me.
Yeah, I'd like.
Really?
I do like
It's
the day
rare.
drinking.
It is very rare that I'm ever out at night with beer in my
Even
hand.
if, like, you're at a dinner?
I don't go to a lot of late dinner, even on the weekends. I mean, I shut it down. Like, but I've got no problem. Like, you'll see me. It won't be anything. You'll see me with the beer in my hand at 11 a.m.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get up and I'll have beers then. In fact, my prime drinking is up until about 6 or 7. I don't drink hardly ever past 7 p.m. But for me, 2, 3 p.m., that's prime time drinking for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't. If I drink too late in the day or if in the evening, I have a horrific time going to sleep. I can't go to bed, and it really fucks up the next day bad.
Messes with your sleep schedule, all kinds of issues. And so, yeah, I would rather just kind of get it going and kind of start the day and have a little, drink a little bit here and there all day long.
See, Virginia she's a double header. She loves the day drink, and this son of a bitch can totally make it happen at nighttime too, at midnight.
Yeah.
She's a different level.
It's amazing. She
You
is.
are a different level.
Thank you. I appreciate the respect.
There's a few people that I used to play baseball with that were the same kind. They'd be fucking hammered till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'd go to bed early. They'd get 5 hits, a home run, all fucking hungover. I'm over there struggling on the bench, trying to do it right.
You're not even benching right?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I got an email about Beer Fest here. What time will you guys be at the Beer Fest? We all got a little bit of a different schedule going on. What I know, first of all, unfortunately, Virginia's not going to be with us. She's going to be in Buffalo.
I am so sad because it wasn't on our calendar, and I booked this Buffalo trip back in March. And I'm beside myself upset because normally, I take care of all the Little Smiles stuff and making sure that, all the merch is right and all that stuff is set up right. And we have a new merch girl, a new event girl from Little Smiles. So, I mean, I really should be there, but these plane tickets were bought like months ago, and so I can't cancel it. Panda's already there. Mags, Rocco, they're already there. They've been there since Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And I'm flying out today, and then I'm coming back on Monday.
It'll work.
I feel bad. I'm never doing this again because it's so got me all clanked and upset and worried that it's just not worth it. I don't even want to go to Buffalo right now. I don't want to go because
Does anybody ever want to go? I'm just kidding, Panda. Panda, I'm kidding.
Panda loves Buffalo. It's where he's from.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's nostalgic for
Sure.
him, but it's not nostalgic for me.
Right.
Beer Fest. Now that's nostalgic for me.
Oh yeah, I
I've
know.
never missed one.
Yeah, and you put in amazing showings too.
Thank you.
It's not going to be the same without you.
Yeah, it was a beer fest where you ended up the place after I think it was Double D's. That's when you tried to fight that listener.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She thought Virginia.
good.
She was like yelling at
Good
Virginia,
show.
talking down to you.
I thought she was asking me when I was going to get on the pole, and she asked me, when are you going to get on the bull? And I thought she thought I was going to be stripping. Fuck that girl.
But what's fun?
She was actually very nice.
Yeah.
I was out of line.
Oh, she was so nice. And by the way, she handled it really well. She recognized the moment for what it was. She saw that you were fucked up. She's like, I'm just going to let this go.
Yeah.
She was so mature, so smart. I can still see her now, actually, just being so mature about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I went the opposite way.
Really, that's shocking. Imagine that.
So, yeah, you won't have that this
Yeah.
year. Less mess.
Less mess.
It's going to be boring.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of odd. Like they didn't really put the beer fest on our calendar that early, and so we'd had that, and I had been booked. I was going to be throwing out the first pitch in Port St. Lucie.
For Maddie's
first day to
foundation.
field. Yeah, for Maddie's foundation.
Yeah, our little friend Maddie that passed away, her parents have this beautiful foundation in her honor to help other families dealing with childhood cancer. And so, yeah, Beer Fest wasn't on our calendar, so you signed up to do the first pitch.
Yeah, and they did the right thing. They came to me way early. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I want to be there. And so then the Beer Fest came up, and
Oh, it's
yeah.
the same day.
Yeah, and so I do a lot of the work with our beer people with Due South and whatnot. And so I've got a beer podcast that I'm doing early. And then I'm going to do the emceeing on the stage from 3 to 5. So Jaybird is going to take my place because he's got the baseball background.
He's going to go throw out the first pitch, but you'll be at the beginning of Beer Fest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honored to go do the pitch. I love it.
Yeah, I really wish I could be there.
So I'll be up in the Port St. Lucie area tomorrow, right around. I think I throw out the first pitch like 6:15, 6:30. After that, I would like to. If anyone knows a pizza place that I need to hit up, but that's
Okay.
by the stadium, I will absolutely go hit it up and do a pizza review. I never get up there.
Hop Life Brewery is right next to the stadium up there. That
They have
area.
pizza?
I don't know if they have pizza or not.
They got beer.
They do have beer.
They had that jalapeno beer that you gave me the other day. That thing was good.
They do good stuff, yeah.
Ooh, that was yummy.
I'll probably be tapping out with the beer at that point, and I'll be pizza mode.
They got a Hopcat over there in Tradition, and you can get beer, and I think their food's great. I think
Yeah.
they do have good pizza there.
Okay,
actually.
look, I am
It'd
down.
be more of a restaurant sit-down kind of thing, but it's a cool little place to go. It's one of my favorites in the Pizzle.
I'm excited to get some pizzle pizza, a little pizzle pie.
Let me get a little pizzle lady.
I've dated a pizzle girl before.
It wouldn't hurt you to get
No,
a
she hurt me.
sniff around up there.
She definitely hurt me emotionally.
Oh.
She's fucking crazy.
Jacob said, will we be seeing an appearance by White Claw Kev? No.
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 Do not bring White Claw Kev out.
There will not be any
White Claw Bird might come out. I have to try these things. So much hype around them.
If you're going to try a canned cocktail, you got to do the fling. Those are so yummy.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I'm going to have those. We're going to do those on the podcast tomorrow at Beer
Good.
Fest. Talk about those.
Oh, I snagged some of those margarita ones. I'm rationing them out slowly to myself because they're so
good.
good.
They're
I'll
good.
buy you some if you want.
All right. I got a birthday coming up.
And an interesting story here from Jacob said, yeah, I was at Beer Fest last year, and I happened to spot everybody from the KVJ show taking pictures, and I was watching and waiting for a good time to say hi, when my mom comes up and says, oh, that's Virginia. I cannot stand her. Confused, I asked, well, why is that? Well, she proceeded to say that she cannot stand Virginia's voice, and then channeled the most spot-on Jason impersonation of Virginia that I've ever heard. Because she talks like this.
Kev.
Well, this was happening about 15 feet away from you guys. Needless to say, I quickly ushered my mom as far away from Virginia as I possibly could. Probably a good thing. Now, the funny thing is my mom hasn't listened or even lived in Florida for 10 years. Even after a decade, the witch's reputation precedes her. This year, I will not be bringing my mom as to avoid a public catfight, but maybe I will actually say hi this year.
That is so funny.
Well, your mom can come because I won't be there.
The best was somebody came up to me. They didn't know. They knew the KVJ show, but they didn't know what we looked like, and they were saying, "Oh, I cannot stand Jason," and they were talking to me. I'm like, "Yeah, that guy's a real dick."
That's amazing.
It was pretty awesome.
Nick sent an email, said, hey, the other day you guys were discussing old movies that you've rewatched. I would just like to throw out Empire Records into the mix.
Great movie.
I have not seen that.
You would not like that movie.
Okay, I'll not watch it then. I just watched it the other day, and it lives up to being the ultimate mid-90s movie. The soundtrack is awesome. It's funny, and a young Liv Tyler and Renee Zellweger nail it. It also reminds me of when I worked at Blockbuster. Technically not a record store, but similar. I know Denny's used to work at a Blockbuster. I was wondering if he had any awesome stories from working there. He did tell one on one of those stories, I remember. I know when I worked there, we used to find the softcore porn movie boxes in the restroom, and one time a woman started crying because Nightmare on Elm Street 3 was checked out, and she rented part 4 without seeing part 3 first. She literally cried. To this day, it's the most fun job I've ever had.
That's awesome.
That's from Nick.
Yeah, Empire Records, a very, very good movie. I've seen that movie so many times. Have you seen that?
I don't. Is that Tom Hanks is in it?
No, you're thinking of That Thing You Do, which is
Yeah,
another
about the same-
fantastic movie.
It's about from the same era. Now, I love the soundtrack.
The soundtrack, everybody in radio got it, and they
Yeah.
gave it to you. They definitely
Probably,
gave
yeah.
it to me. I played it all the time because the soundtrack was killer.
It's about a record store that's going out of business. It's being taken over by like the corporate, the corporate record places, and it was more of a mom and pop record place, and it was shutting down. It's your typical 80s/90s movie where they have to save the place in a matter of a day.
I never ever even realized that was Renee Zellweger. I'm looking at the cover. I'm like, wow, she looks great in that. I mean, good heavens.
So I've always had a crush on her. I loved her in Jerry Maguire. In fact, I had one of those like kind of crushes in her and Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, the soundtrack had Gin Blossoms Till I Hear It From You, which is a good song. The Cranberries' Liar. Love that song. Edwyn Collins, A Girl Like You. That is still that's an amazing song. Toad the Wet Sprocket, Crazy Life.
Yeah.
Was
I
on
love
there.
that song.
That is a great song. Better Than Ezra was on there.
It
with
was
the
just
song.
a great soundtrack. I remember when that soundtrack was circulating the radio station, everybody grabbed it.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, so check that out.
It's one of those movies that HBO always had it on. It forced you. If you had HBO,
Okay.
you would end up liking that movie.
Okay. A couple questions coming in. What time are you doing the podcast tomorrow, Kev? I think probably 12:30 or 1. I am not really sure on that. There have been some emails going around tech and all that kind of stuff that I've stayed out of, but I finally got time. I'll delve into it and figure out what's going on with that. I'll try to tweet it out so that people know, so you can watch that and put it up on social media. And somebody suggested, Jaybird, to try Goodfellas Pizza.
I have heard of this, yes.
Goodfellas.
There's another one, too, that everybody and their mother talks about up in Port St. Lucie. It always comes up on my blog. But, yeah, I've heard that one. I'm going to write that down. What was it again?
Goodfellas.
You should write it down.
I thought it was called Mothers.
Okay, you guys ready for some food?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, let's do
Let's
it.
do this.
BDIPA, we're going to get on that as well. So, yeah, I want to say thank you very much. Due South has got the BDIPA. We're going to have locations. We'll start getting it out for the first little bit of a run. It's going to be available just in the Due South tap room, and then, we'll have it out at different bars and things like that. Again, as always, if you are a bar and you would like to carry it, if you got the taps, you can send us an email. We'll make sure we get it to Doug over there so they can take it. Oh, look at that. I feel like there's got to be like some kind of like triumphant music or something like that the company's
Good morning,
do that?
sir.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello.
It's a big moment.
This is a big
Yeah,
moment.
it is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. This is it because this is the first time the BDIPA's come out. We're actually making our first lap, I guess, on show members. I'd had the Dickie Rants that came out a while ago. And so we've retired that. We're not going to do any more Dickie Rants. Now it's the BDIPA. So this is going to be
I
mine.
meant to tell you, one Randy Pennington wanted to wish you luck for the debut of the beer.
Aw.
My father.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Big
Thank you very
Kevin
much.
Ralston fan.
I'm a
It
big
really
Randy
is,
fan. I'm a
actually.
big Randy fan.
The opposite of Ann. My dad really loves him some Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, here he comes.
Yeah.
The first
You ready for the morning
pour.
beer?
Yes.
Always ready for morning beer. Yeah.
I love a breakfast beer.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really is late for us.
We've been up
for
since like
yeah,
3.
3.
Yeah. It's kind of hedging into our happy hour.
That's
here.
how you talk yourself into not
Yeah.
saying you have a problem.
Ooh, smells good.
3.
It's like 3 p.m.
Everyone's drinking at 10:25.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here
So-
it is.
Here we go, BD IPA. Now, tell me a little bit about this, Doug. This is we're going with a New England hazy style IPA.
New England style IPA. So we use some oats in there to give it that extra kind of body to it.
Okay.
And then a lot of hops.
Okay.
Which this one was
Columbus and Amarillo.
Columbus Amarillo. So a lot of tropical notes, very juicy, heavy.
Yeah.
Juice heavy flavors. And
What is the?
aromas.
Do we have an alcohol percentage on this one?
I believe it's around 6.3.
Okay.
So
all
in
right.
there, it's it's not too heavy. It's not like full gorilla.
Ain't no full
but-
gorilla, but that's okay.
Not everything can be a full gorilla.
I tell you, it almost the smell kind of it captures Kevin. It's his smell.
Smells like me.
It smells like you.
That's what I smell like. Well,
Smell-
then that's great.
I smell success.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
All right, let's
Just
sip
need
it.
some hop cologne or something. That'd be kind of awesome.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. Because you guys have another one. What is it? The Tropical Shade?
Throw and shade.
Throw and Shade. Yes, Throw and Shade. And so, how is this one different from that? If somebody's had that at Due South.
So a lot of the things, or a lot of the variations on New England style IPAs are just the different hops that get used. So
Okay.
that was a completely different hop schedule, as we would call it.
Okay.
And it does taste very different from this one.
Yeah.
It's got a fine after finish.
Okay. Yeah, throw all your beer lingo at me. Let me hear what you got.
Oh yeah, I like how the notes dance on my taste buds.
Yeah.
All you got to do is throw mouthfeel around every so often, and people go, "Oh yeah,
Mouthfeel.
got a good
Oh, I'm gonna be
mouthfeel."
saying that all day tomorrow. I like the mouthfeel. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, we're trying to think of all the different craft beer unique words that are out there. Crushable is one that Jaybird loves. That's more of a session IPA.
If it's low
Yeah.
percent, it's
Low
crushable.
Okay, so
Crushable.
mouthfeel is a big one
Yeah.
that's out there.
Okay.
What else do we need to know if we're doing a crash course and you want to blend in?
If I want to talk about the aroma, the smell,
You can really get away with hoppy. That's a very big blanket term.
Hobby?
Hoppy.
Hoppy?
So it's just
Okay.
hop for
And
something
say
bitter.
notes. Say
Notes.
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 Definitely
Notes
notes like
of
fruity.
okay, the
Notes
notes are very
of-
hoppy.
Notes.
Yes,
Notes of Kevin.
yes, there are notes of Kevin. I feel them dancing,
Okay.
dancing all around me.
And you're doing it perfectly here. You got to use your hands.
Yes.
Everyone just kind of notes it smells
Yes.
something like this.
I'm
We all do
Italian,
it.
so that's gonna happen no matter what.
Okay, yes. It's almost like, where did we start that? What is that when you take your hand and you move it
you
away
do
from
this.
your
It
mouth?
sells it. It's like,
And-
oh, it's so good.
Is that what it? Because
Yes.
it's almost like you making a movement like you might be barfing.
Yes.
Like, which is odd that
Counterintuitive, but-
yeah, it is kind of counterintuitive. Why we associate that with something that's great on your palate.
Okay, what else you got?
Malty would be another one. So if it's sweet, so your beer is a very malty beer or malt forward beer.
Okay.
Carbonation is one, so you can use effervescence, which is one
Oh,
of my
that's
favorites.
Yeah, after a couple,
Effervescence.
one beer, there's no way. I can't even say that now.
It's tough.
An effervescence.
Effervescence. There you go. Yeah, this is very good. Very
Oh, I
excited
like
for
it.
people to be able to try this out. And we are going to have this at the Beer Fest tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Very good. I'm glad
Big
to
old
hear that.
keg, Yeah.
I love
Very
it.
nice.
I have a question. Is there any more for refills? Love it. It's Friday. It's summertime.
That's why we brought our 64-ounce growler here, full. So we got a lot of beer to share.
What do you know specifically which beers you guys are going to have available at Beer Fest tomorrow?
We're going to have the BD IPA.
Caramel cream,
caramel
which
cream.
you have to have.
Caramel cream.
course.
If somebody hasn't had Due South's caramel cream,
I had one last night.
Awesome.
I got one this week too, and it's just man, oh man, it's crazy. It's like that song that maybe you haven't, because I hadn't listened to it for a while, and I'm like going, gosh, I got to put this back in heavy rotation.
She tucked me into bed last night.
Yeah. It's really, it's one that, because I usually go for like the category 3 IPA or a citrified.
Yeah.
And I've had one, I think I had one a couple weeks ago, and it's so good nowadays.
It really
It's
was
back to
amazing.
where-
I somehow I drifted off into the world of IPAs, and I got back. I had one at Yard House this last week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man.
The notes were good.
It just
It was effervescent.
it was like, you ever have something that just like freaking punch me in the face? I was
I've
like,
had that
so
a
good.
lot.
You have. I bet you have.
I have a question. Do any of these Johnny-come-lately beer guys or girls try to start shit with y'all? Just kind of like talk shit behind the scenes, try to get a little turf war going on?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay, I knew it.
Who do we need to fight for you? Because you're our
I'm not
friend.
gonna mention any names.
I just
We can't say it out loud, but
You point them out.
but I think
we will point them out tomorrow. I guarantee.
in every industry has this. I think.
I don't
It'll be interesting.
I
We'll see.
Nobody messes with Doug,
No,
and
that's
nobody
all.
messes with Due South.
Wait till Doug has some of the Cat 5 over here. And then by the end of the podcast, he'll be like, let me tell you something.
You want to know who these son of a bitches are?
Yeah.
We want the secrets.
Yeah. Okay, we got some other beers we're going to be dancing with here, other than just the BD IPA from Due South.
And I think Savory Eats is here, but we can't find
Yeah,
them.
they pulled up a few minutes ago. I know we had to bring a cart downstairs. That's how much.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna be.
Yeah, because all
bringing
I had
some
heard was
food.
they're trying to make sure they got everything.
Hot and ready.
Well,
yeah.
they had to get special permission with the building manager.
Oh,
Yeah,
because we
so-
can't have a truck.
Yeah,
Calm
there
down,
was-
bird. Calm down.
So there was some stuff there, so that's why I didn't know if
You
got
can't
that
have a
worked
food
out or
truck
not.
here. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. So they might have had to take it off premises or something like that.
You've
so I
got
didn't
to
know.
be shitting
I
me.
don't know. I know they were trying to work that out.
I
so.
want to sit down.
Don't stand in the way of Jay Bird and his grilled cheese.
Don't fuck with my food. I demand to sit down with the heads of the department.
Yeah, they were trying to do it a couple days ago. They were trying to make sure that they got it
We
taken
know-
care of.
we
But
know who it
When I didn't see them necessarily, when I'd see Royal, I'm like, okay, maybe something's.
Yeah, it was a long back and forth email chain the other
Yeah.
day, so
Ay,
it
ay,
makes
ay.
sense.
It's not
I
right.
get it.
It's not cool.
It's not right.
It's not fair.
All right, well, let's drink so
Do you
we get
want
angry.
to try? So this is another one that just came out. End of last week? This past weekend? I
Last
think it
week,
was
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday.
And
It's
Fruit category 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's good.
Take our
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
Cat 5. Nice 8.
8.5.
8.5.
Now we're talking. Now it's summertime.
Figured
Yeah,
you
it's
might
a-
want a little bit.
Yeah, I would do one of these, and this is just like, yeah, maybe go chill out. Yeah, it's getting a little bit. It's getting up there. You get an 8%er. This is not crushable, correct?
There are some regulars who would beg to differ.
Damn.
Yeah,
Kevin.
you know
It's a
what?
really good breakfast beer.
That was
I will
actually
say
kind of
that.
interesting because when I was at Due South last Friday, one of the bartenders there was talking about. He's like, you would be surprised. There are people that come in and they will drink these and he's like, I don't know how they do it. He's like, they will just sit there all day long and pound like 5,
Oh.
10, 15, whatever. And
They're an alcoholic. They have a tolerance.
I guess. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, if you're pounding 8% all day long, you do that
Like,
every
it's
day.
nothing. They're
Kind of
just-
like what I do.
We have some customers who, right after we come out with our Mariana Trench,
Yeah.
they'll come in and drink Trench all day, and that's a
Yeah,
What
it's
is-
almost a 10%
beer.
imperial
Wow.
stout.
Like all day, like they're just hanging out. And
They'll
just one
do
after
3
the
or
other.
4, yeah.
They're running
we do
from
the
something.
snifters, but they'll still just sit there for a while. And I'm like, wait, what
Those are my people.
They are running from something.
So are we.
That's impressive.
Aren't we all running from something if we break it down?
I'm walking from something. I need to be running more. I'm not.
This is a really good one. Now, this is the Cat 5. It's got the grapefruit stuff in it. This is a nice. Did you guys do this on purpose for the summertime?
Yeah, so we brew the grapefruit once, maybe twice a year, or we put it out there once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Same with our oak, so we do the same, the category 5 aged on oak. But the grapefruit is just perfect for the summer. For the
Do you have any more of that?
It all,
by any chance?
Oh.
Here,
Somebody just made themselves a triple pour.
Yes.
I passed it back for you to pass it that way.
don't,
no.
why you
Not
gotta be-
for you to
I've got regular
take it.
Cat
Whoa,
five.
someone's an
okay.
angry
All
drunk.
right, that's yeah. I know,
Because
that's
somebody.
okay. Yeah.
Kevin, here,
No,
dog.
I'm good. You enjoy that.
Dog.
She poured herself
Yeah.
a triple.
I thought we were done. I thought the witch is handing it to me to.
No, I was handing it back to Kevin.
I'm sorry, it's summertime.
That's all right. You enjoy that.
How many times are you going to say it's summertime?
Until summer's over.
We have more beady.
Okay, let's
it.
go with that.
Yeah.
There
Let's
we
do it.
go.
Kev, I
Beer.
didn't even drink
Fill
it.
'em up.
No, it's all right. Don't have it. You
Oh,
clearly
that's
want that.
delicious.
Gosh, it's so good. I wish Kevin could taste it.
Big, big.
I mean, it's so Kev. The notes are so
Oh, I know.
they're so effervescent.
Luckily,
got
I did have it
big
last
grapefruit
Friday.
notes.
It is good.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Yeah, so you
notes.
guys drink it in. I
Oh,
already had that
Kevin,
one.
the effervescence is just. I mean,
It is.
Perfect.
a
Nailed
dancing,
it.
Nailed it.
a dancing.
Yeah, it's good
Isn't that
stuff.
yummy?
It's like a soiree in my mouth.
A what?
Soiree.
Soiree.
Not soiree. What's a soiree? Isn't that like a party? Fiesta. It's like a fiesta in my mouth.
Just let him go. Don't help him. Just let him go.
That would be probably more like you think
Fiesta.
spicier. Yeah,
Nah.
fiesta.
Or a miesta.
What's a miesta?
I don't know.
A fiesta for one.
Okay, miesta.
It's just him and his hand.
Speaking of fiesta,
Fiestas. We also
Oh.
we also have the
Mexican
Mexican
standoff.
standoff.
Mexican
Accidentally
standoff.
topical. I knew it. I sensed it.
This is the beer
That
that
would be
I
your
like.
segue.
That'd be your
Yeah.
miesta right there.
That's the fiesta.
Yeah, now that's a fun beer right there.
Yeah,
Tell me about the Mexican standoff. What is it that, because it's got the spicy kick in it.
it does. The Mexican standoff. That's another 8.
Okay.
And
Oh,
eight-ish.
So you are just trying to get us
yeah.
fucked up today. I
We
like
know
it.
you guys. Come on. We have our spread. We
You have
know
to
what you
pregame Beer
like.
Fest.
I
Right.
get it. No, you guys
Yeah.
are awesome.
Gotta get all ready for that.
This is a strong porter with vanilla, chocolate, cinnamon, and habanero peppers.
Yes.
And the best part about the habanero peppers is they're local.
They are.
Really?
Yeah.
We Go
Okay.
to Rohrbeck's for that.
Okay.
It's a local
Yeah.
farmers market. Farmers market.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Not
up
far
out
from the
Lake
brewery.
Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Well, the one thing, if you don't know a lot with the craft beer world, and it's a lot of people really love when they go into a new city, and I'm that way. Like, I want to drink just what is from around that area, because a lot of it, if they're doing it right, they're using ingredients that are, when they can, from around that area.
Local,
And- yeah,
special.
right. So you really kind of get an essence, like each town's kind of got its own little vibe and feel, and that's what's really cool about craft beer is how regional it is and local.
Denny's is growing some real nice peppers. Peppers from his little patio
yeah.
farm.
Are they
Kind of
green
peppers.
and leafy?
They are green.
You know, what kind of peppers are they?
Weed peppers.
Oh, okay. What kind of peppers?
Damn. You telling everybody on the radio Denny's
No.
growing pies?
It's for fucking jokes. We're having fun. It's summertime. Come on.
Yeah.
It's summertime.
Jen loves it when the DEA kicks down their door.
It's summertime.
Summertime. That's what you guys said. DEA's in the living room. Summertime.
That's my excuse for everything. If shit's going right, dude, it's summertime.
No, but local is great, especially like local produce. Florida is a great agricultural state, and we can grow a lot of things here.
Big time.
So we were actually talking with Farmer Jay. I don't know if you're familiar with Farmer Jay. the
I've
other
heard
day.
Farmer Jay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool dude.
Yeah.
He does all the sustainable farming and all that kind of awesome
Yeah.
stuff. And he actually we're working with him now to grow some of our own herbs and little vegetables at the brewery.
Wow.
That we're going to use for beers moving forward. So that could
Okay.
be really awesome.
How about that?
If you could grow one crop, what do you grow?
One crop, like a whole.
That's a question for everybody.
Okay.
Everybody can fucking jump in.
One crop.
Just one. Interesting.
Am I off topic?
I think clearly you want to grow weed. I mean, that's where you're going to get your.
For purely economic and
poppy.
recreational sense, yes, that
Yes.
would make sense.
If we can do an
For
illegal
sure.
crop, yeah, I'm probably going poppies or.
Okay,
yeah.
wow. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, Kevin.
Opium Kev.
Well, I'm just telling you. I mean, if you're talking about
Where
for
the BDIs
financial
come
gain,
from.
Yeah.
financial gain, that's what you're going to get.
That's true.
All right. So let me see.
Yep.
We've got Savory Eats. It's going to be coming up here in just a little bit with the food. We probably check and see what's going on. Are they? So
They're coming up
everything's-
right now
He says
Okay.
on my way, so
They're-
that means I gotta wait for the elevator.
in the elevator.
Get through
Okay.
security.
All right, I just want to make sure they're all
Get
taken
in that
care
Mexican standoff, Bird.
I am. I'm drinking it.
of. Yeah, come on. He's doing it.
Get off my ass, dog.
So let me see. We've got you did the Cat 5 IPA with the grapefruit. And we've got
We brought
yeah
everything, you
you
know.
brought everything.
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
Caramel
Covering all the
cream,
bases.
coastline. There's one of the beers we're also bringing tomorrow for like a limited release. Is we're doing a mango tangerine coastline lager. So that's our
Ooh.
light,
So
fruity.
it's our
fruity
summer beer.
Yeah.
It's summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Summertime.
It's summertime.
There you go.
I was talking about you guys because we had Shiner in here, and they do a lot of lagers. And I was just talking about the phenomenon with lagers and how that you were telling me that's like by far like your best-selling beer.
yeah.
And people just really jump into that. And I guess it's all because there's still so many people that are Budweiser and Miller
Yeah.
Lite people and stuff like that.
We get a lot of people that ask for the lightest beer that we have at the tap room.
Yeah.
They're coming from their Bud Miller or Coors or Mick Ultra or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's easy for us to transition them into a quality beer that's light and easy to drink, so they don't have to drink that, multinational kind of, it's got rice and corn and other things in it.
If
But
you want
ours
the Bud Light,
doesn't.
but you want
Ours
a step
is
above.
Yeah.
Go for a Coastline.
It's a better
Ours is that
beer.
pure malt, 100% malt.
Just a better
And
beer.
it's an introduction into craft beer if you're unaware of the territory itself. I've convinced Bud drinkers, like, you might like this. Let's have a little sip, and they're like, yeah, I like this. I want to keep drinking.
I like
it."
this
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
And when you get the better taste on your tongue, you're like, okay, wait, why would I want to drink something that's not as good?
Yeah. And the thing that I like to push also is it's a little economic as well, is we brew this here in Boynton Beach. And when you buy a local beer or enjoy beer that's made locally to where you live, that money that you use to buy the beer stays in the community.
Yeah.
It's how, we have a job because people are drinking
No,
our
I
beer.
hear you.
You're
Which is
supporting your
great.
neighbors.
It's
Right,
great.
exactly.
That's why it's really
And we
fun,
can
and
share.
I think the craft beer is unique in that because as far as like wines, I mean that's gonna go wherever, but I mean craft beer is truly regional and local.
Yeah,
and-
you can make it really anywhere. So
drink
what's local.
Corn and rice beer sounds good.
Well, that's that Bud. This is a 100% like malt beer.
Corn and rice
free.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good
That's how we're doing
too.
a little different.
It's summertime.
I know, I wasn't
He
clear.
don't
I
listen.
wasn't clear on that,
He don't
but-
listen in the summer.
or the fall.
I'm
Or
not
the
so good-
winter,
I'm not so
or
good-
the-
All right. I was ripping on myself. All right.
No, Doug, you jump right in.
So I thought this was all about here.
That's all about it. Everybody gets a little turn, right?
That's what we do.
Okay. All right. And then the caramel cream that we know. Now, this story, I always love telling it, but this, as far as like recipes go, this is the around the 100th recipe before it was kind of finally done right. Is that the story?
From
Is that
from
legend?
the original. It's legend
Yeah.
at this point now. But
Yeah.
from the original homebrew. So if you ever go on our tour or just hear what the bartenders might talk about this story, when Mike, our owner, was homebrewing, his wife told him to, I want a beer that's not really hop forward, which is what he was really into.
Yeah.
So he took about 100 different recipe variations to nail down the caramel cream ale.
Wow.
Because it's not an actual, it's a unique beer style. There's nothing quite like it out there.
Yeah.
So it just kind of stands on its own.
It does.
Which is why people love it.
So if your wife tells
have
you
to bring
over
it.
90 times that the beer you just made for her is not good, is that considered nagging? I'm just kind of curious.
It's quality control.
Okay, is that what it is?
She
Okay.
knew what she wanted.
She knew what she wanted.
And she wasn't going to accept anything less than perfection.
Right. It's like art. You don't know how to describe what it is, but when you see it, you go, I like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
beautiful.
true.
Something like
It's
that.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay.
Oh, I see
Speaking
the
of
trays.
beautiful,
There you
I
go,
see the
Bird.
trays.
Savory Eats is here,
That's what you've been
Bird.
waiting for.
Oh, baby.
Royal coming here, Savory Eats, food truck stuff.
Oh,
Wow.
Got this thing going. Look at that whole big tray of grilled cheese.
They
there.
needed a cart?
Wow.
Is that,
Is this
that
real?
Is that a tray of grilled cheese?
Yeah.
Tray with a spiced blueberry jam to dip it in.
Oh,
Good Lord, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So you
And,
got the beer
I know
going?
you're a Louisiana gal, so I even made some Gator Po' Boys. That's one.
Holy shit.
Gator Po' Boy.
Oh, there's a tray of grilled cheese.
Look at that,
Oh
Bird.
my god.
Look at that.
Holy
You got
shit.
your sweet potato tots right there with the marshmallow burger
Oh
glaze.
my gosh.
Wow.
Potato tots.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Royal doesn't pull punches ever.
One
No.
tray,
Oh,
one tray of
my
nachos.
gosh. Look
Oh,
at
the
that.
tuna nachos.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah. These
Denny's.
tuna nachos are
I mean, and if anybody's gonna bring food and bring food how we do it, then you're gonna get trays of food.
If I ever get married, you are invited to my wedding. You are going to be in the
Easy
wedding
catering.
party.
You might be the bride.
I thought grilled
Then we
cheese
got
would be
wings.
the bride at this point.
Oh
Yeah.
my! You make a motherfucker cry.
People got to check this out. Here's the concept that Royal does Savory Eats with the tuna nachos.
What's that for?
Is you got guacamole and you got seaweed salad and tuna in there. How's that grilled cheese, Jay
Oh.
Bird?
Oh my gosh!
Do you need a plate, or are you just gonna eat the
No,
whole
I think you're
tray?
just gonna eat it.
Jay Bird, have you ever had a sweet potato tot? Oh
Fresh
my
made in the
gosh.
parking lot.
Wow.
Did that give you guys trouble?
No. Actually, Beth was really great. She said that as long as we have everything on the insurance and things like that, it was really a like a maybe 5 emails, And we got, threw you guys on the insurance, and we were good to go.
You're a national hero.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh, man, they do amazing stuff. The portions are so huge, and Royal is out there. So if you ever go to Due South, you can just, he's always out there. Savory Eats is right there. So it's kind of the combo deal. You got the beer and you got the food.
Please,
and you got to have both.
Please, I haven't even tried the glorious BD IPA.
Get in it.
I hear you guys shaming.
What a day of celebration.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, I hear you guys shaming the Cat 5 drinkers, and that's us on the truck.
Wait.
We're out there.
Dude, you're coming to my wedding if I ever get married.
Yeah, no problem, man. The truck is mobile.
I love it.
It's mobile.
I just am so happy.
Now, I want to say, because I went, Doug, I know you weren't there on Saturday, but I went by Due South on Saturday to see how the Mac and Cheese Fest was going on. I don't know how you made that, because the line, you had about 50 deep in line to your food truck, and the whole brewery was packed. It was. And it was crazy hot, and people were even sitting in the hot part, not even in the air-conditioned tap room, because they were there for the, any idea how much grilled cheese you made?
For the Mac Fest, we ended up serving a little over 1,000 people on Saturday, and that was out of that truck. And then we turned around on Sunday, and we cranked out probably about another 800 portions again. So we knew that it was going to take off, but we didn't realize it was going to take off that well.
How do you even get that much food to prep?
Just
the truck.
Non-stop, just, luckily we have a station propane tanks and things like that. So we're there from, 6 a.m. until the wee hours at night, making sure that the festival goes off well. It was very well received. But unfortunately on Saturday we did run out around 7:15, just because when you came by we were just
I don't know how you're doing it.
Ass to elbows deep with people. And I was even stopped to yell at you through the parking lot like, hey, man, you sure you don't want any of this low carb, gluten-free, fat-free, mac and cheese?
Busy.
And you're
I'm
like, no.
I felt bad, man.
You have given me the best day in July.
Oh, good.
This is my favorite July day.
How you liking that blueberry?
Oh, fuck, I love it. So good. I love the notes.
Good. Yeah, I love it. But make sure you guys get in on the Gator Po' Boys too.
Yes, that is
These
amazing.
wings are amazing. Oh my god!
You want that blue cheese aioli with it too? You got Vads.
Let's just turn it into a mukbang.
Let's get on the equipment.
I can't deal with all this stuff. It is so amazing what you got over here. I don't know. I can't even figure out what my favorite. I mean, the what you do with the tuna nachos is amazing. Tell me everything that is on those.
All right, so
because I've never seen anything like that anywhere.
So everything that goes in our fryer is a duck fat blend. So the fryer is part corn oil and majority of it is duck fat. And so, with that helps also with that great umami flavor that you're looking for. But then after that, it's drizzled with a nice soy ginger, wasabi aioli, then also the peppercorn crusted ahi tuna, wakame seaweed salad, crushed garlic, and also guacamole, just kind of top it off a little bit more creaminess. And it's just, the last time that you came by and you got them when we made them for you.
Oh yeah.
I literally gave you a hotel pan to take with you into your car.
I think the microphone's getting hit over there. Yeah.
No, and I think I ate all of it.
I brought trays of food too, so that way you guys are feeding everyone.
Oh my gosh, it's so people got to try this out because it is unreal. I've never had anything that was even questionable from Say.
I will say
amazing.
with his nachos, just working with him right outside of our building is dangerous. He's ruined all other tuna nachos for me. I try and find tuna nachos just as good as
that's all I'm saying.
You won't
I've
find
never,
tuna nachos like this.
There's nothing like it anywhere. That's why, you got to go in and ask for that and get that whenever you can. These wings are massive too.
Is that cheese sauce with the tots?
That's actually a marshmallow bourbon.
Oh my god, I love that.
Marshmallow, it's sweet. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, where's the plate?
Oh my gosh.
All right,
I can't believe you made Gator. Nobody makes Gator.
No one makes Gator as good as Royal does. It's because you try it.
In Louisiana, I can get good Gator, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I also do it a couple of different ways too. I do it blackened Gator tacos where they're not so fried, and so if you're looking for the lighter side of things, I go that route. But
okay.
It's whenever we do the Gator Po' Boys, people from all over the place are ordering online, coming to get it. We literally go through 20-pound case in a matter of a couple of days.
Wow.
And it's just nonstop. So I wanted to bring that to you, just give you a little, tip the hat to you.
Dude,
you are amazing.
I mean, I don't even know what to say.
I can't wait for my family to be here. You know, all my family from Louisiana is coming in town in a couple of weeks. And one of our main stops they want to do, because they love beer and they love food, they said, we got to go to Due South.
Good.
And so I got to find out. Yeah, you're there every day?
Every single day.
Okay.
We do Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
And then we do one Tuesday a month whenever we have drone races. And so like little tiny drones, you know, just kind of take over like a little, almost like Star Wars.
That's
and they're,
fun.
They're
super
looping and
fun.
all over the
Yeah,
place,
it's
and
really
it's
cool.
neon lights, and they do a really good job with it.
Fat Kevin.
Um,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean,
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
I
no, go
didn't
ahead.
mean
Go
to-
ahead. No.
Fat Kevin, do you want a grilled cheese with this blueberry jam on it?
I'll take a little bite of it. Yeah, 'cause I'm trying everything. Because
Kevin.
I had the wings, both of them, the hot and the.
The Carolina vinegar, like a cracked pepper barbecue kind of thing.
Virginia wants her family around.
amazing.
I'm so glad my family's not around this weekend, so I can eat all of this by myself.
And whenever the family and everything comes into town, make sure you just reach out to us. Anything you want on the menu, there's no limits to what we can do.
I love that.
We have a full on. I try not to look at our truck as a food truck, but more of a rolling kitchen.
Yes.
Because we have everything that you need on there. We have tons of storage to do whatever we need. And yeah.
Just
I
so you
love
know
it.
that when you talk about family, it's blood in, blood out with us.
Hey, that's okay, you know.
Till the
No,
grave.
every week, so he does a new menu pretty much every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah, every week
It's-
there's a new menu, and then Sunday brunch, we kind of drop off some of the the slower items and bring in more of a breakfasty thing. So, like a little half lunch, half breakfast, type things. So
Sure.
last time I was here, we had the chicken and waffles with
That
the
was
bacon
so
jam.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff,
And
man.
then we also had the French toast breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
The
Well,
thing is
so-
great about this, it's also imaginative. It's different stuff. Like you're not going to find anywhere else. That's why
It looks beautiful and it tastes even better than it looks, and that is such a skill. You're talented.
It's not just me. It's a collaboration of everyone between us. Chris, my brother Brian, that's on the truck. My wife Crystal,
Aw.
everyone. So it's like it's definitely a collaboration. There's probably things that go on the back scene that are more cussing each other out, like fuck, I don't have time for this, and things like make it happen. 4 o'clock we open, and it's things like that. But it's but between the collaboration of you guys and Due South and things like that, it's definitely created a nice bond. And
Yes,
Well, write
it's
this-
a perfect place for you to be. It really
appreciate it.
is.
Write this date down. July 19th, 2019, Grilled Cheese Love Fest. I mean, it's a big day.
Yeah.
KVJ Wikipedia, this belongs on.
Every
of good
taste
stuff.
is so
So is that the
good.
next
Yeah,
one? Grilled
it
cheese
really
fest?
is.
I mean,
Oh,
how many
when I lived in Seattle for 5 years, and when I worked for a company called Bon Appetit, we ran a food truck I built and ran a food truck for them called Monte Cristo, and had Monte Cristos, duck confit sandwiches, grilled cheese, lobster tarragon mac and cheese, fried cheese curds. Got about 13 plus local cheeses that we did with it. So when it comes to grilled cheese, it's definitely a.
here, man.
It's a love affair.
I love you, man.
The only thing
Yeah.
that's missing is maybe some nice thick cut bacon and be good to go. So.
Yeah.
So what kind of cheese is on this grilled cheese?
This one right here is Fontina, Gruyere, and cheddar.
I've had 3 different chefs. Now you're the 4th to tell me Fontina is their favorite cheese.
Well, Fontina also helps with like that mild creaminess as well that you're looking for. And whenever you do grilled cheeses, you want to do a different cut of cheese in there each time. So you want to do a little bit of grated, you want to do a little bit of sliced, just to kind of help with like that stretch and like the ribbon of colors too.
Yeah, that ribbon of color oozing out that looks so pretty.
Good.
So good. I know Jay Bird's having a good time. Good beer, good food, everything you want, baby.
Going to the food come on.
This is a good way to get me to shut the fuck up.
Can you come here every day?
Hey, you know what? If you guys want to do this, like make it an event, no problem at all with me. We're just right down the street, so.
You're the best.
Love y'all. Well, thank you.
But
So
I
if
do
you
appreciate
can't
it,
make
guys.
it to the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest tomorrow, you can go still try the BD IPA, and you pop by Savory Eats, get a nice little combo. It's a great day. I go in there with my 11-year-old son, Cannon. He loves the cornhole. We play that. I can't still figure out how to get that freaking ring on the hook, and it just, gosh, I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys have rigged that thing, because even the rig master, I can't. I've tried probably 800 times.
No, I've seen people come in and do it like once or like 1 or 2.
Yeah, there was one girl walked
And they
up on
walk
him.
away,
She
yeah.
did it once and just walked away. I'm like, son of a. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah, it was a mic drop, just walked off, and that's it. I can't do it. So I don't know if you guys have a button in there and you're not making it happen.
So
But
it's really just our way to make you come back every weekend. To just,
is that what it
you have
is?
To try. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for a great beer, great time. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Great
Thank you,
food.
sir.
Thank
Love
you,
you.
Savory
Oh,
Eats.
so
Thank
good.
you guys.
All good stuff. Appreciate it. So if you want to join us tomorrow, you want to try this beer, you want to have some amazing food truck food all under the air conditioning, you don't have to look at the forecast. It doesn't even matter because you've got the air conditioning and the covering all from 1 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. PalmBeachSummerBeerFest.com at the South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We love you.
This might be the best present of 2019.
It's good stuff. See y'all later. Have a great weekend.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.